I call to order the Adrian City Commission special meeting for September 14th, 2021. If everyone would please rise for a moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Mayor Heath,
Present.
Commissioner Halt,
Present.
Commissioner Roberts,
Present.
Commissioner Watson,
Present.
Commissioner Strayer,
Present.
Commissioner Castleberry,
Present.
Commissioner Gauss,
Present.
all commission members present.
At this time, we are going to do public comment since we are expecting that we will be going into closed session. So at this time, if you have any public comment, we will start first in-house before we go on Zoom. You have a 3-minute time limit. And just to reiterate, please state your name and address.
Don't know if this is on. Hi, my name is Eric Kennedy, 1338 West Maumee, Adrian. I don't know exactly what happened or why it happened, but I know the root cause of the problem, and I'm going to say it publicly. Mr. Elliott, you just need to resign. You're a cancer to this city, and it's time to go peacefully.
Good afternoon, it's Mayor Senegan, 328 Cheyenne River Drive. First, I just want to be really clear to say that I'm speaking as a citizen with knowledge of the law, but not as an attorney, not giving any legal advice to any of you in my capacity as I stand here. But I'd like to direct you to a specific resource that I would be happy to provide you with a written copy of or with a link to get to. But it has come to my attention that there's a possibility, part of the reason for your special meeting tonight and to be called into closed session is to discuss a alleged legal opinion from your interim city attorney with regard to his allegations against me within our profession. And that is alleged to be an attorney-client privilege document. I want to assure you that that document's been disseminated not only to all of you, but to other people in the public. It is not an attorney-client privilege document at this point because any privilege to it has been waived. And that unless he has another written opinion to present to you today in order to discuss that document, you may be at risk of violating the OMA. You can find all that information easily at Foster and Swift's website. Be happy to let you look at a copy of this opinion if any of you would like to. But unless there's another written opinion and unless there's a purpose for him discussing the ongoing issue between he and I, which is private within our profession, that I have not alleged any wrongdoing of the city in, and I am not aware of why he would feel the city is involved in it, then I'm unaware of any reason that he may have to discuss a legal opinion with you on it and call a closed session. That being said, I have no objection to it being discussed in an open meeting today. Thank you.
Hearing no more public comment in person, are there any public comments on Zoom? Hearing no more public comment, we will move on.
For the sake of our own comfort, I know on the agenda there is the opinion as well as pending litigation. I guess I just need guidance from our attorney if how that motion should look if we are indeed allowed to enter city or enter closed session to discuss legal opinion, or is it exclusively pending litigation?
Good afternoon, Madam Mayor, Commissioners. John Galuli, interim city attorney. My opinion is that there has been absolutely no waiver of privilege between me and you with regard to that correspondence. I don't know how it got out. I don't know why it got out. If she's suggesting maybe because the clerk and the assistant to the city administrator were competent, that's protocol. That is strictly protocol, as I do on my reports. That does not constitute a waiver of privilege. I was asked to be here today. I was advised that there'd be a special meeting called for two purposes. One, to discuss a proposed opinion and proposed action following up. Nothing has been decided. And to discuss litigation in which some of you are defendants, to follow up on questions, and to urge everyone again, and to remind you each, there is serious litigation pending against the city of Adrian. A reservation of rights has just been issued by the insurance company as to with the individual defendants, meaning that they may decline coverage for all of the individual defendants. If that doesn't ring an alarm, it better. Real quick, I'm interim. I was asked to be here. If you don't want me here, I'll leave in 10 minutes. But I suggest to you that the release of that letter or the leak, and I'll explain more in closed session, is purposeful, illegal, and done with an intent to harm. I suggest you have the proper grounds on a 2/3 majority roll call vote to go into closed session to discuss a proposed legal opinion and to discuss ongoing litigation against the city of Adrian. 1 or 2 pending cases and 3 more that may come about as a result of leaks and the like. Thank you very much.
Mayor, I don't even know how we're discussing things because there's no motion on the floor, first of all. Secondly, to answer your question about a leak, the document was forwarded by a city administrator without privilege,
Forwarded to who? I'm sorry.
the
to
city
whom?
commission.
That's
Your opinion.
privileged.
No.
The
No.
city administrator report is still protected by privilege because, sir, with all due respect, I disagree. The city administrator can, because if I would write the city administrator a legal opinion and he forwards it to the commission, that doesn't make it a public record. If we're going to go in a closed session or discuss strategy, if I'd write an opinion, it is my reasonable belief that this case should be settled for $50,000 and he forwards it to you, and here are the reasons why, and he forwards it to you, that doesn't waive privilege. Absolutely not.
But with all due respect, Mr. Gooley, I don't understand from a commissioner as an elected official what your opinion was about.
I'll explain it to you.
Right, but you're talking about an opinion
Yeah.
that was never given to the city commission in the first place of
I
why
move to
you
go into
sent that
closed
letter
session.
to the.
I move to go into closed session.
Yeah.
Support.
I'm happy to explain, Commissioner Halt, that and more. I'm happy to explain, Commissioner Halt. Thank you, sir.
I have a motion from Commissioner Castleberry with a second from Commissioner Watson. Roll call, please.
Before we do, I have a comment or a question for Mr. Galuli. The OMA guidance issued by the Secretary of State's office indicates that if we're going to go into closed session to discuss any pending litigation, we have to name that litigation. And so I guess my question is, should we not amend the motion to include the litigation that we're going to be talking about?
Happy to. We're going to talk about Shoemate. We're going to talk about Mackey, and we're going to talk about Hernandez. We're going to talk about the potential of Quality Roots and Highwire, potential of them suing us as well, sir.
Okay, I
Thank
think those, but those, I think
I
those names.
amend my motion to cover the mentioned litigation and potential litigation.
Support.
I have a motion from Commissioner Castleberry with a second from Commissioner Watson. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Halt,
Yes.
Commissioner Roberts,
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Strayer.
Yes.
Commissioner Castleberry,
Yes.
Commissioner Gauss,
Yes.
Mayor Heath.
Yes.
Motion to go into closed session to discuss
All that stuff.
litigation was passed by unanimous vote. All right.
May I get a motion to adjourn the special meeting?
So moved.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Meeting is adjourned.